After days of back and forth over the Kavod Yatra, the Supreme Court finally stepped in after we saw Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand government take decisions. The days of back and forth was by the Uttarakhand government, where they kept indicating that they are not very open to allowing the Yatra at the risk of COVID and at the risk of losing more lives. Now, they decided to cancel the Yatra, but Uttar Pradesh decided to carry on with it. And once that report emerged, Uttar Pradesh has decided, come up with a system, said how they're going to ensure that protocols are followed and COVID discipline is maintained. The Supreme Court took suo motu cognizance and said that the UP government's decision is perplexing for citizens as they don't know what is going on. The Supreme Court observed that they were very disturbed to read that UP wants to continue with the Yatra when they saw that media reports, and that the centre must look at it. And how this is coming at a time when even the Prime Minister has said, when asked about third wave, that we can't compromise even one bit on COVID norms. So these disparate political voices all speaking at the same time is leaving the citizen perplexed about what is going on. Now, for those of you who don't know about the Kavod Yatra, a big religious event that takes place every year, where devotees from across the country travel to Uttarakhand, go to Uttarakhand, to the banks of the holy river at certain points of the holy river Ganga. They take a dip, they also collect the holy water and then travel back to their hometowns with that water, which is then used in the temples back home. It's a tradition we've seen year after year, and the numbers are huge. So, for example, the last time in 2019 when this Yatra was held, because in 2020 it was cancelled due to COVID, the report suggests that over 3 crore people participated. And they walk and they walk and they travel, going through various states up to Uttarakhand, and then they travel back. This time, there is much confusion on what has to be done. So, Uttarakhand has now decided, after the Kumbh Mela experience and the Char Dham Yatra debate and everything that went on in the court, they have now decided Kavod Yatra will not, they don't want to host it at all and want these crores of people coming into the state. But Uttar Pradesh is saying, we are going to allow people to travel, we are going to keep a strict vigil. Now, Uttar Pradesh in the centre will have to explain to the Supreme Court what is happening. But here is my very simple point. Do we really want to allow this Yatra? Are you really not confusing people when you say, we are going to fine you if you go to the hill station? We're going to fine you if you're found in your local market. We're going to fine you if you're in your car without a mask. But we're going to let crores of people move around the country at the risk of that becoming a super spreader event? That's the conversation. Do we really need to hold this in 2021? Why can't we wait till more people are vaccinated and perhaps then allow them next year? Amit Puri of the BJP Uttar Pradesh joins me this evening. Manoj Kaka of the Samajwadi Party. I also have Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP. First up, though, I want to go across to Dr. Rajiv Dasgupta, Chairperson for Center of Social Medicine and Community Health at JNU, member of the National Task Force for COVID, also joining us. Dr. Dasgupta, I think a lot of messaging and commentary has also come from experts from the central government about how, you can't even assume that the second wave is over, let alone when the third wave is going to hit us. It's not the time for us to lower the guard. Vaccination is still going to take a few months. Do we then risk holding these kind of events, large-scale events, whatever they may be, personal, religious, professional, political, whatever they may be?
Thank you. To make a few quick opening points. First, the Prime Minister himself warned yesterday of an impending third wave and all-round responsibility that all of us need to take in order to not get caught in the third wave. I think that was very strong messaging and very inspiring. Secondly, with a whole range of restrictions, for example, 50% in local transport and so on, this is certainly quite mixed messaging, to put it mildly, and what the Supreme Court put it as perplexing. Third, we haven't got any national plan on pilgrimages, which I think should have been taken long back, a position on whether pilgrimages will be allowed or religious festivals would be allowed, and to what extent. And this is across religions, of course. All religious festivals entail congregation. And finally, here is a particular festival where water is carried from the Ganga or any other holy river to multiple states adjoining in that region. And therefore, this is something which involves multiple states. Now, when the National Disaster Management Act is under force, under 35 2A and 2B, the central government has to both coordinate the actions of disaster management as well as ensure the integration measures for prevention of disasters and mitigation, both by ministries as well as by state governments. And we will really have to see what the center's response is to the Supreme Court. Thank you.
Fair enough. Yes, big message that has come from the Prime Minister himself, no less. Repeated messaging that comes from the Health Ministry every time they hold a news briefing. But it was the Uttarakhand government just a few weeks ago, Mr. Amit Puri, that said that we will go on with the Char Dham Yatra. We want to hold the Char Dham Yatra because it's important for us and our state as well, and religious sentiments matter. They have changed their mind now. When is the UP government and the UP BJP going to change its mind?
There is no question of changing of mind. It is only exchanging of mind. So far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned, we will place the entire gamut of issues before the Supreme Court in the next hearing. We are not super spreaders. We are super conscious. The Epidemic Act, the disasters provisions and the directions by the Ministry of Home Affairs and as well as the task force will be taken care of. And in case court finds the material fact in the argument and the narrative of the state government, then only the things will move. So far as UP government is concerned, we will abide by the directions of the Supreme Court because it's the apex court and we have full respect for the Supreme Court's order. But let me make one more, having said so, let me make one thing more clear to you. Article 25 of the Constitution of India envisages the religious liberty to propagate and to profess the religious right. Having said so, I do agree these rights are subject to the local conditions and we will take care of that. So there is nothing like that UP government is creating a super spreader event.
No, but you are saying that unless and until... So let me get this clear. Let me get this clear. You are saying unless and until Supreme Court says you can't do it, you will any which ways continue and go ahead and hold this yatra?
Tanvi, let me make it one thing more clear to you at this stage. We cannot act on conjectures.
What conjectures?
Unless and until yes, conjectures that the UP government is a super spreader of the coronavirus wave 3.
You will be if you allow these kind of events to take place. If you think these events, if you think, Mr. Puri, okay, Mr. Puri, I can't have material fact for an event that hasn't taken place. I do have material fact on record. Listen to me now. I think you are highly mistaken about the kind of debate you are on. You may mistake Mirror Now for another channel. We don't do noisy debates. We don't yell over each other. So now that you've made your point, kindly listen to what I have to say and allow me to go to our other panelists. It's very clear, Sudhindra Bhadoria, the lessons that should have been learned from the Kumbh Mela. Now, none of the states did a very good job of following up, but few of them who did attempt to do it in terms of tracking the devotees did find some very concerning facts of how many were testing positive. There is also a very clear admission by the central government, Mr. Bhadoria. There was a massive testing scandal that took place in Kumbh Mela. So we don't even know what they were testing and whether those people were actually negative or positive or what was going on. That as a benchmark, can we really then say that any administration can hold an event that involves 3 crore people? Mr. Bharoria.
Well, we are living in very abnormal times and very difficult times, if I may put it that way. I have also to say that the Bharatiya Janata Party and its different leaders made a huge hue and cry when the Tabligis in Delhi, there was a conglomeration of a few hundred people in Delhi. And they said that the entire nation is going to get infected with COVID. And they said that because of this event, one event, that, which happened in Nizamuddin, they blamed the entire community of spreading. I do not want to draw a parallel on this, but they certainly must understand as to what happened in Uttar Pradesh soon after. You saw the amount of disaster, the misery, the suffering the people of Uttar Pradesh had. You saw dead bodies floating in Ganga, in Jamuna, in Chambal, in Gomti, and in so many other rivers of Uttar Pradesh. Their bodies were left on the different places of Uttar Pradesh where they did not have even enough firewood for burning these dead bodies because of the funeral rites could not be performed. Now, what I would like to say is that instead of pushing this agenda just because of elections are coming, the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to push this just for one factor, that because elections are coming, so therefore let us put the entire people of Uttar Pradesh at risk. Even after the Supreme Court, suo moto took this viewpoint, they want to go ahead. And let me say this to my friend panelists from Bharatiya Janata Party, that no amount of your saying that we will take care, we will have RC-PCR report and all these kind of tests, it doesn't take place in a movement like this. When over 3 crore people participate, do you think you will be able to do anything? It will be a complete chaos. I've seen thousands of people getting together, singing, dancing, and also merrymaking and doing bhajans and all, of course. But therefore, I think at this point, in order to save the nation, to save the people of Uttar Pradesh, please defer it.
You know, and I must highlight this. If the pace of vaccination has picked up in Uttar Pradesh significantly, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's on top of the table. If only you had managed to do a lot more and significantly achieved a majority of people having one layer of protection also, we could have had this conversation. But we are not there yet. So the point is it simply about elections? मतलब मनोज काका और कैसे इस चीज को एक्सप्लेन किया जाए कि वही पार्टी भाजपा ही जो उत्तराखंड में कह रही है कि नहीं करना चाहिए, लेकिन उत्तर प्रदेश में कह रही है कि हम तो करेंगे।
तन्वी, जो आपने अपने कार्यक्रम के शुरुआती संदर्भ में जो बातचीत कही कि ये कैसे सुपर स्प्रेडर हो रहा है, और जो भदौरिया साहब ने बात कही, उसी से जोड़ते हुए मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा, समाजवादी पार्टी बस इतना जानना चाहती है कि ऐसा क्या हो गया भारतीय जनता पार्टी में कि जो पीएम का व्यू है उससे मोदी के व्यू से योगी का व्यू नहीं मिल रहा। अभी कल ही मोदी जी ने पूरे देश के पूर्वांचल के राज्यों को उन्होंने संबोधित किया कि किसी भी तरह का ऐसा कोई कृत्य न किया जाए जिससे कि ये और बढ़े। मान लीजिए हमारे तो धर्म के प्रियम्बल में ही ये प्रस्तावना में ही यही है कि सबको अपना धर्म मजहब को उसको मानने का, उसमें आस्था रखने का स्वतंत्रता है। लेकिन जब इस तरह की स्थिति हो कि जब उत्तर प्रदेश में आपसे बता दें, हम लोग तो जो बात मैं आपसे बता रहा हूं वो सिर्फ देखी सुनी हुई नहीं है, बल्कि भोगी हुई है कि उत्तर प्रदेश की नदियों में लाशें बहती रहीं। लोग इतने लाशों पे लाशें ऐसी थी कि जो घाट थे जहां पे सौदागृह थे उसको सरकार ने ढकवाने का काम किया कि कम से कम ये आंकड़े न दिख पाए। उसी बनारस में जहां मोदी जी का कल मेगा इवेंट है, वहां मोदी जी के चुनाव में प्रस्तावक रहे देश के एक बहुत भारी विधा के छन्नूलाल मिश्रा जी का नाम आप भी जानती होंगी। उनके मोदी जी के प्रस्तावक रहे, उनकी बेटी तक कुव्यवस्था और दुर्व्यवस्था के कोरोना के काल में समा गई। तो जहां मृत्यु दर सबसे अधिक रही हो जिस स्टेट में, तो वहां यदि ये समझते हो कि ये सारे कोरोना के जो प्रोटोकॉल हैं वो फॉलो कर पाएंगे, और जैसा कि आपने अपने आंकड़े में बताया कि 3 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोग इकट्ठा होते हैं, तो सबको अपने धार्मिक और हम सबको अपने धार्मिक उपासना करने की पूरी स्वतंत्रता है, लेकिन हमारे धर्म में तो ये भी है कि कस्तूरी कुंडली बसै मृग ढूंढे बन माही, और ऐसे घटी घटी राम है दुनिया जाने नहीं। तो हमारा तो जो धर्म का हमारे जो विमर्श है उसमें ये भी है कि हमारे तो राम, हमारे मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान राम, लीला पुरुषोत्तम भगवान कृष्ण, चाहे असीमित शक्ति के भगवान शिव हर घट में है, हर कण में है। तो वो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान के राम के चंदे से चोरी करने वाले लोग उत्तर प्रदेश में आज बेरोजगार सड़कों पर हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश में अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट आप रेट देखेंगी तो
पर
18.9
आप जो ये कह रहे
देश में
हैं,
सबसे अधिक है।
आप जो ये कह रहे हैं, और चाहे वो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट की बात हो या जो सेकेंड वेव में स्पेशली जो हाल हुआ पूरे देश का, उत्तर प्रदेश उसमें इंक्लूडेड, वो तो वैसे भी योगी सरकार मानती नहीं है। वो तो वैसे भी कहते हैं कि इतना बुरा हाल नहीं था, हमने बड़े अच्छे से कंट्रोल कर लिया, हमने तो सब जगह ट्रीटमेंट भी दे दिया, टेस्टिंग भी बड़े अच्छे से की और ट्रीटमेंट भी बड़े अच्छे से किया। तो फिर
आप जैसे लोग
नहीं, आपने जो एक हाँ जी,
आप जैसे लोग जो जनमुखी हैं, जो ये सवाल खड़े कर रहे हैं, हो सके कि योगी सरकार और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार कल आप पर भी एक मुकदमा कर दे, क्योंकि जो लोग बुनियादी सवाल और जो लोग आम जन से जुड़े जरूरी सवाल उठा देंगे, तो उस समय, इस समय जो दौर तानाशाही का चल रहा है मोदी जी योगी जी की सरकार में, उस पर मुकदमे हो जा रहे हैं।
तो वो चलिए ठीक है, पॉइंट टेकन, बट लेट मी, या आपने जो सवाल उठाया वो अमित पुरी उसका जवाब दे कि ऐसा क्या हो गया Amit Puri, that what the Prime Minister is saying, and he has said it to one set of chief ministers, he'll say it to the next set of chief ministers when he meets the southern chief ministers in a few days. What the Prime Minister is reiterating, Mr. Yogi is not understanding.
Tanvi, in the outset, I have said in the first line itself, whatever the directions of the MHA, the Disaster Management Act, and the Prime Minister will be taken care of by the UP government. Number one. I've heard the BSP spokesperson and the Samajwadi Party. I fail to understand. Chanting of bhajans, dancing is a super spreader in a corona. आपकी तकलीफ हो सकती है लोगों के भजन गाने और डांसिंग से, आप उसके लिए बहुत क्रिटिकल भी हो सकते हैं, सरकास्टिक भी हो सकते हैं। अभी समाजवादी पार्टी के मित्र को मैंने सुना तो मुझे लगा कि कोई सुपर स्प्रेडर वाले काम में यूपी गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ किया होगा तो उसकी कमियों को गिनाएंगे, लेकिन कहने लगे कि हमने भोगा है। अरे भोगा तो उत्तर प्रदेश ने है, आपके राज्य में 14 कोसी परिक्रमा पे प्रतिबंध, भोगा है आपके राज्य में सरयू में बहता हुआ लाल रक्त।
और अमित
जो
जी,
मुलायम ने कहा कि कारसेवकों पर गोली चलाना मेरा नैतिक धर्म है।
Okay. Let Amit Puri finish, please. Manoj, उनको अपनी बात खत्म करने दीजिए, उनको अपनी बात खत्म करने दीजिए। Interruption allowed नहीं है। Can I just hear Amit Puri, please? I don't have time for this. Amit Puri, finish your point. Yes.
तो 14 कोसी परिक्रमा पे गोली चलाने वाले मुख्यमंत्री की पार्टी कह रही है कि आज उन्होंने भोगा है। मैं इश्यूज को डाइवर्ट नहीं करना चाहता।
आपने कर दिया, लेकिन
नहीं, एक भी बात मैंने ये कहा हो कि हम कोई भी डायरेक्शन एमएचए का, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट का, टास्क फोर्स का, प्राइम मिनिस्टर के डायरेक्शंस, इनको अगर फ्लाउट करने की बात यूपी गवर्नमेंट ने कही हो तो हम कल्प्रिट हैं। लेकिन सुप्रीम कोर्ट स्क्रूटनाइज करे मटीरियल फैक्ट को और जो डायरेक्शंस होंगे we will abide by that.
ठीक है, okay. Quickly going across to Mr. Bhadoria. Mr. Bhadoria, आम आदमी की तरफ से from a common man's point of view, yeah.
पूरी की वो कितनी भी अच्छी मंशा हो, पर पूरी जी आप एक चीज समझिए कि इसी प्रकार की बातें जब उत्तरांचल में हरिद्वार ऋषिकेश के अंदर कुंभ मेला के लोग इकट्ठे हुए, यही उस समय भी कहा गया था कि हम सारे के सारे एहतियात बरत रहे हैं। पर हुआ क्या, हमने ये देखा कि वही लोग जो उसमें हिस्सा ले रहे थे, यहाँ तक कि बहुत महत्वपूर्ण लोग, कुछ बहुत महत्वपूर्ण नामी साधु संत लोग, उनकी भी उसके अंदर आपने मालूम है कि उनकी मौत हो गई। इसी तरह से बहुत सारे अन्य लोग जो वहां गए थे वो भी इससे कोरोना ग्रस्त होकर लौटे। और इतना ही नहीं, जो लोग वहां पर गए वापस गांव में आए, जिन शहरों में गए वहां पर कोरोना बहुत बुरी तरह से फैला और पूरे देश ने उसको भोगा है। कृपया करके कुछ समय के लिए, जब तक कि हम इससे निकल ना आए, इस प्रकार के आप भजन कीर्तन करिए, खूब घर में बैठ के करिए, कौन रोक रहा है? आप अपने मोहल्ले में भी कर सकते हैं कुछ लोग, पर क्या जरूरत है कि 3 करोड़ लोग एकदम निकले और सड़कों पर छा जाएं और उसके बाद पूरे देश में तीसरी वेव में कोरोना फैल
Okay,
जाए।
I just want to make one point, and this is for all politicians and all political parties. ये इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है कि उत्तर प्रदेश ने एक अलग डिसीजन इस उत्तराखंड से लिया है, वो इसलिए क्योंकि इलेक्शंस आर बीइंग केप्ट इन माइंड. The political parties need to start understanding that people are not going to vote for you or not vote for you because you cancelled their one Chardham Yatra or you cancelled their one Kanwad Yatra. इसलिए कोई आपके लिए वोट करे या नहीं करे ऐसा नहीं होगा. अब हाँ, शायद कुछ लोग गुस्सा हो जाएं आपसे, कुछ लोग डिसअपॉइंटेड हो जाएं आपसे, लेकिन अगर आपने पूरे 5 साल अच्छे काम किया है तो ये मैटर नहीं करेगा. अगर आपको उस पे डाउट है तो फिर अलग चीज है और अलग बात है. बट टू मेक इट अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट somebody is calling this yatra a super spreader is just politics. In an incident which hasn't happened yet cannot be called a super spreader. But evidence points, and enough and more evidence points to the fact that if you do allow such large scale gatherings, cases do end up going up. And what is the citizen going to take it as? What is a common man going to see it as? It's all right for political rallies to take place. It's all right for campaigning to happen. It's all right for religious festivals to take place. But it is not okay if I otherwise want to go and open my shop. It is not okay if I want to restart my business. It is not okay if I am in a tourist spot and I can't open my shop or have any kind of business for a year and a half because you say tourist destinations are hotspots. If tourist destinations are hotspots, which they are, will become, and super spreader locations, then so will any other large gathering. The rules of engagement and rules of COVID discipline need to be the same. Then it doesn't matter if it is about economics or about religion or anything else. It is about first battling coronavirus, beating coronavirus, and controlling the number of cases. Thank you for joining us.